Imagine walking into your own home, the same home you built with love, trust, and 2 decades of shared memories, only to find the person you trusted most destroying it all in one night. Imagine seeing the betrayal with your own eyes, right where you once felt safest. That moment doesn't just break your heart. It changes who you are forever. My name is Mark Reynolds, and after 20 years of marriage, I discovered the most painful truth a husband can face. My wife, Laura, the woman I thought was my soulmate, was cheating on me. And not just anywhere, in our own bed. But what she didn't know was that I wouldn't just walk away broken. I'd walk away smarter, stronger, and ready to make sure she'd regret it for the rest of her life. For years, Laura and I were the couple everyone admired. High school sweethearts, college together, 2 kids, and a quiet suburban home. We had our ups and downs like anyone else, but I believed love could fix everything. I worked hard at my construction firm, trying to give her and our kids the life we dreamed of. She was a school counselor and patient, warm, and always smiling. Or at least that's what I thought. Then little things began to feel off. She started dressing up more for staff meetings, came home later, and kept her phone glued to her hand. When I asked who she was texting, she'd say, "Just a parent from school." When I tried to hold her, she'd pull away and say, "I'm just tired, Mark." At first, I told myself it was stress. 20 years of marriage, people change, but deep down, I knew something wasn't right. One Thursday evening, I came home early from a job site. She thought I'd be gone overnight. As I pulled into the driveway, I noticed her car there, but no lights on inside. I stepped quietly into the house, and everything was silent except for faint music upstairs. My heart started pounding. I walked slowly up the stairs, each step heavier than the last. The closer I got to our bedroom, the clearer it became, soft laughter, whispers, and then silence. I pushed open the door, and there she was, my wife, in our bed, with another man. For a moment, I just froze. Everything, 20 years of love, of sacrifices, of believing in us, turned to ash in one breath. She screamed when she saw me, covering herself, stammering, "Mark!" It's not what it looks like. But it was exactly what it looked like. I didn't yell. I didn't curse. I just stared at her and said quietly, "You just destroyed everything we built." Then I turned around, walked out of the room, and left the house without another word. That night, I slept in my truck outside the old workshop. The next morning, I went to a lawyer. I wasn't going to let emotions make my decisions. I wanted a clean, controlled revenge. Over the next few weeks, I played my role perfectly. I acted calm at home, pretended like nothing happened, and told her I needed time to think things over. She seemed relieved. Probably thought she could talk her way out of it. But behind her back, I was preparing everything. I collected proof of her affair, photos, messages, even hotel receipts I found in her emails. I contacted her lover's wife, and together we formed a quiet alliance. While Laura thought her life was still under control, I was removing her from mine piece by piece. I sold the house, the very one she destroyed our family in, and moved the proceeds into a private account. I made sure the divorce papers would give her nothing but what she legally deserved, which wasn't much, since I had proof of adultery. When the day came, I invited her to dinner to talk about reconciliation. She arrived looking nervous but hopeful. I handed her a gift bag. Inside were the photos, the printed texts, and the divorce papers. She went pale. "Mark, please!" she started, tears welling up. I looked straight into her eyes and said, "You wanted freedom? I'm giving it to you. But don't ever think. I'll let you destroy me in the process." Then I walked out, leaving her sitting there shaking. When it all finalized, she moved into a small apartment. Her lover had already left her, his marriage in ruins. My kids stayed with me. Once they learned the truth, because they saw who really kept the family together. A year later, I'd rebuilt my life, bought a new home, opened my own contracting business, and started smiling again. One day, Laura showed up at my office, asking if we could talk. She said she missed me, that she made a mistake, and that she was alone. I looked at her calmly and said, "You threw away 20 years for a few months of excitement. I spent those 20 years building something real. I'm not stepping back into the fire you lit." As she walked away, I realized something. Revenge doesn't have to be cruel. Sometimes the sweetest revenge is simply thriving without them. And that's exactly what I did. If you liked the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications.